I am Nero Adesoya, bringing you the commentary from the indoor sports hall of the Teslim Balogun Stadium. And of course, it's Go TV Boxing Night, brought to you by Fly Kite Boxing Promotions, alongside supported by Go TV. We've got quite a lot of boxing bouts lined up for tonight. Very first bout of the night, Go TV Boxing Night, season 31, tail of the tape right here. And of course, when it comes to fights, Adewale, the Playboy, Oladeji has two more, and of course he's won one more as well. He's got one loss, no draw, and all three fights by knockout. So that's something Afikun, Ijebu, Segun will have to look out for. He's got 2 fights under his belt, and of course he's got 2 wins, and of course one of them by knockout. Not a very bad record as well, but these 2 boxers are still, you know, like I said, it's here at the indoor sports hall of the Teslim Balogun Stadium, Surulere, Lagos. Looking forward to this night. Go TV Boxing Night, season 31, absolutely off the hinges. And right here, we're going to go to the boxing ring in just a few seconds, where Gbenga is standing by to call out the very first boxers of the night.
Which is live from Lagos City, Nigeria. Our first fight of the night is a 6-round super welterweight challenge. In the blue corner, Afikun, Ijebu, Segun. Adewale, Playboy, Oladeji. Our judges are Segun, our referee is Tayo Oladeji.
Yes, trying to get themselves a lot of fights under their belt, and in the commentary corner with me is none other than George Gift. Gift, how are you doing? I'm looking forward to tonight's bouts.
Absolutely fantastic. Great to be here on May Day. Of course, it's May Day, 31st edition of the Go TV Boxing Night, right here at the Indoor Sports Hall of the Thomas Hall of the Teslim Balogun Stadium. What a night this is promising to be. Keenly contested fights. Of course, one title fight on the cards for tonight, but what a fight to kick off Go TV Boxing Night. right at the Thomas Hall of Tesla Balogun Stadium, Lagos.
Oh yes, it's a national super welterweight challenge, and we're going to be expecting to see very, very interesting bouts. These two guys, like I said, not a very decent record when it comes to knockouts, and of course Playboy has won more knockout fights. Of course, he's got more fights as well. Got 2 more fights, having fought 4 times already. He's got a loss to his name, whereas his opponent Afikun Ijebu doesn't have any at all, but he has fought 2 more fights lesser than his opponent. But these two guys looking very sharp in the ring right here, and let's see whether Oladeji, the Playboy himself, donning the white trunks and yellow trimmings on the side, will be able to bring his wealth of experience, or having fought 2 more fights, or is it the one who calls himself Ijebu, who's sporting green trunks with white on its all over the trunks as well, and some green trimmings as well. Looking delicately poised, these 2 boxers look very well, matched for each other. But then we have a lot of 5 more rounds to go after this first one, George.
Well, they seem to be balanced in terms of height, so nobody has the advantage when it comes to the reach. So this might go the long haul, if you ask me. They seem to be very, very tactical from the first round, trying to study themselves. But interestingly, both boxers made a debut in 2023, so you could say not too much can be separated in terms of their record, in terms of what they bring into those particular fights.
But for me, I think if you look at the stance of Oladeji, still early days, like one would say. But to be honest, I think Oladeji is a bit more of the patient boxer who's trying to look for the more accurate punches. And you can see that jab there connecting with his right fist. And he's trying to get Afikun to drop his guards. And the referee, Sheyi George there, referee Tayo Lifer rather. There's some lovely jabs coming from the Playboy himself. But they're not really troubling Afikun. But of course, on this dodgy scorecard, those jabs will definitely count, George.
Great shot that time from Afikun. Was trying to step inside. But sometimes you need your punches to be clean, to be precise, to be accurate for the judges to score in terms of your favor. That will do it for the first round.
Absolutely. A very, very tight one there. I must say, you can't really separate both boxers in that one. But that's not our job. Yeah, our job is to give you a blow-by-blow account of how the fight goes. But the judges will definitely have scored that fight, that round right there. Both boxers receiving some instructions from their coaches in the corner there, and the man in the picture, Afikun Ijebu Segun. Let's go, round 2 of a 6-round contest. And George, my partner in the commentary, the box feels that it could go the distance when you look at the matchup in terms of stats and other records between these 2 boxers. But then, boxing can be a funny old sport. And there's always a capability of one of the boxers throwing what you call a soccer punch that could take the sails out of the wind out of the sail of the other boxer. We're in the second round. Let's see how things go. Still early days.
Well, at the moment, it seems like Afikun will try to push. Try to push him around the ropes. Well, steps aside from that one that time. It looks like it's going to be a close, killer, contested match. They seem to be evenly matched in terms of their tactics, in terms of their approach to this particular fight. The first fight of the night.
I think that what I've noticed is the fact that Playboy is a bit too cautious. I think he's looking for the clean punches, but he also needs to get his hands busy. Afikun is the one throwing a lot of the punches. You might say he may not have connected with a lot of them, but every now and then he's going to keep connected. And then you look at Playboy, he's looking for those killer punches. Obviously the man with the heavier punch between the two of them, but he needs to score those punches.
Definitely. But I don't know why the Playboy is always stepping backwards. He needs to come out offensively and try to come out with his own attacking moves. He's trying to put himself on the defensive line, so that's a dangerous game he's playing. Still early days, no doubt about it, but sometimes boxers want to wear out their opponent, drag him to the final round, get them tired, then they come out with better tactics, better approach to what they want to offer in the boxing match.
Still looking for that killer punch, talking about Playboy, and you can hear the power of his punches, but one can only imagine what it will be like if he tries to unload like about 3 or 4 of those punches. He also needs to work on body punches as well. He looks that's exactly what I'm talking about. Go for those body punches. We know the power of body punches, what they can do to opponents in the ring. He's making life too easy for Afikun because he's still looking for those perfect shots, and he's allowing Afikun to have a lot of time to rest and plan for his onslaught as well.
Yeah, still early days in this one, but the Playboy wants to be the one to be on the offensive. He wants to be the one attacking, just pushing the Playboy all over the ring that time. Some border shots now.
Oh, 2 good shots there coming from Afikun. A left and a right combination.
I think he needs to make his hands quick for me, Afikun, if he needs to score more points.
Oh, they look deadly, but they just didn't connect from the Playboy himself. You know, the interesting thing about Playboy is that he keeps tracking down his opponent, but you never see him, you know, unleash those punches that could really trouble Afikun, who's getting more and more confident. He's beginning to now employ, you know, the fans in the arena as well.
Well, the Playboy looks very dangerous with his left jabs, but I think he needs to get quick hands to follow up. If he gets more quick hands, follow up, I think he can get him down. But if he has the power punches, no doubt about it, that will do it for the second round.
But George, what's the essence of having a power punch if you don't unleash them?
Well, maybe he's going to improve on that in the third round to come.
Well, we hope so, but so far so good. Afikun is definitely not troubled so far, and I look at the record, it's a bit more intimidating when you have 4 fights, 3 by knockout, and we haven't seen those power punches that knockout boxers. So far so good in 2 rounds, but like we said, it's a 6-round contest. We're up for the 3rd round in just a matter of seconds. Here we go again, round 3 on the way. Oh, nice one now, coming from Playboy. That's the combination we asked for, and it didn't look like he's listening to us.
I like his jabs, no doubt about it, especially from the left. His left jabs look very, very clean, looks very well executed. But I think he needs to follow up as Afikun trying to fight back. Some border shot now from the Playboy. Still in the 2nd round. Border shots now from Ijebu. Afikun Segun. Gold TV night. 31st edition at the Adewale Thomas Hall of the Tasnim Balogun Stadium, Lagos. Coming to you live.
And it needs to be said that this boxing night is definitely supported by Gold TV and in conjunction or sanctioned by the Nigeria Boxing Board of Control, NBDFC.
And what a platform this has been for Nigerian boxers over the years. From there, they can take their boxing career to the next level.
No slapping down.
And of course, have a chance to get shots, title shot, West African title fight, and of course, more international fights through this platform.
And the one interesting thing is a certain lady who's now a world champion in Elizabeth Oshoba. She also showcased her skill right here in the rings of Gold TV Boxing Night. She's gone on to bigger things right now in Europe. You know, she's currently West African Boxing Organization, World Boxing Organization, rather, WBO champion. And that's
Absolutely.
a very, very massive one.
Wow, that time he was looking for the uppercuts, the Playboy, but didn't get all of that. Looking good with the left jabs. Good follow-up.
I expect to see a lot more from the Playboy. I mean, his opponent seems to be tiring. There's over 1 minute left in this third round, but he's not unleashing those punches. He should be going for them, but he also is a bit wary of Ijebu as well, who's got some very nice jabs and hooks coming from him. You can see that again. That's a very lovely counter hook there coming from Ijebu.
Well, it's playing a dangerous game. I think he wants Afikun to come inside before he releases his own punches. I think it's a dangerous game, no doubt about it. It's playing on the counter, like they say. But that's a dangerous game, because if you get caught with power punches, then you don't have enough chance to play on the counter.
And you know the interesting thing, I have been a bit impressed with Afikun. You look at the two of them, you wanted to say that Playboy looks a bit more intimidating with his stature, but Afikun has shown no fear so far. He's been able to stand toe-to-toe with the Playboy, who's got more fights under his belt than him. He's only had 2 fights, but the way he's fighting, you think he's probably had close to about 10 professional fights already.
Absolutely spot on.
And here are some of the highlights of the earlier rounds. Afikun tries to corner Playboy there, but he couldn't really catch him. And he keeps throwing those punches, Afikun, and that's exactly the reason why I feel that Playboy needs to do a lot more.
It looks like Afikun wants to turn this to a brawl. It looks like a sweet fighter to me. He's not a clean puncher, but the Playboy punches are very, very precise, more accurate in terms of finesse, in terms of his finishing. I think if Afikun can be more precise with his punches, maybe the judges will be looking towards the side. But at the moment, if you ask me, I think Playboy has this one in his belt already. Left jab to follow that time and try to pin him to the ropes.
I kind of have a different opinion about this, though. I think it's really a very close fight, and I think that Playboy has not asserted himself as the more experienced boxer here. You see him throwing those combinations, but a lot of those punches are not landing on the face of Afikun, and that's where the problem really counts, because it is those punches that lands on the face of the opponents that the judges will really, count. You might put in a lot of big body shots. Those are meant to wear down your opponents, but the real ones that score the big points on the judges' scorecard is those, punches to the face, and I haven't seen a lot of those.
But I don't know why Afikun is a little bit defensive. He's playing on the defensive. It's a dangerous game of playing.
I think he's a counter boxer.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying right here.
Yeah, he doesn't want. He's not the one to actually, instigate the attack. He waits, hopes that Playboy drops his guard. And you can see Playboy trying to price open his opponent, but still not getting anywhere with that. And he's able to go in through that uppercut there.
I think he's playing a dangerous game. Playboy is playing with this one. Seems to be walking away with this one, no doubt about it, from my own point of view.
I like the fact that you said from your point of view, because the coach, the judges, and I certainly have a different...
Got off a Stuttgart that time. Timeout. Dangerous game Afikun is playing.
But you know what? If you say it's dangerous game, I wonder what you would have said about Floyd Mayweather Jr., who is the master of defensive boxing.
Wow, I think, like you said, he's the master. Afikun is not the master.
He's not, but the art of defensive boxing is that you allow your opponent to wear himself out a lot, and when he drops his guard, trying to knock you out or trying to score punches, you hit him, just like, we've seen in the past editions of GOAT boxing and other boxing bouts that we have seen in the country as well.
But Playboy looks like a boxer that has the stamina to go the long haul. This fight is landing the punches now. Great right hand, body shots to follow. Afikun just trying to hold out.
Can you see those counter punches coming from Afikun? Whenever Afikun sees that Playboy wants to score 3-4 combinations, he stops him. He tries to get back into the game.
The time ticking to win the 4th round. Well, Playboy yet again, still pushing the man all the way to the ropes. And Afikun trying to fight back with counter punches, body shots to go with it. But I think Playboy needs to make his punches quicker as we wind on the end of the 4th round.
Oh, that's a nice hook there coming from the right hand of Playboy. I'm actually loving Playboy's strategy right now. He knows that the body punches are definitely showing like it's punishing Afikun, and it's making Afikun drop his guards a lot more. and is now beginning to use those body punches to actually hit him right there in the face as well, and getting those punches in at this point in time. There are some of the highlights of the last round we just saw, which I think that I want to agree that Playboy definitely took that round. He was more aggressive, and he actually started showing signs that he wanted to open up his opponent. And here we go. It's the fourth of the 6 rounds that has been lined up for this one. Actually, the penultimate round. Let's see whether Playboy. Oh, that's a nice hook there. Right, left hook coming from Playboy, who now seems to want to dominate the fight, but Afikun is also looking forward to trying to strike back. Those body punches coming in again from the hands of Playboy.
It's a national superweight challenge fight, first fight of the night. Of course, Gold TV boxing show. It's Playboy taking on, of course, Afikun, Ijebu, Segun, Gbenga, right here at the Indus Sports Hall of the Teslim Balogun Stadium, Lagos, and it's been intriguing. It's been interesting for the fans to watch every bit of it, up to all the way to the 5th round. And of course, it's Playboy looking good on this one, while Afikun playing on the defensive. But all the time will tell where this one will pan.
A nice hook. That left hook doing a job against Afikun, and you can see Afikun tries to go for a clinch, and that's where I expect Playboy to do a whole lot of damage. But he seems to be comfortable with just probably going through the motion and just getting the win. I think he senses that he's ahead on the judges' scorecard, and he doesn't want to do too much or try to open himself too much to danger. But he's trying to work it easy. But I love the way he's pounding, and lovely uppercut there coming from Afikun. Both of them trying to catch each other with uppercuts, but not doing a whole lot of damage to the other.
I think it's more challenging trying to play on the defensive. It's more tiring. You can see Ijebu Afikun now. He looks a little bit weary to me. He looks a little bit tired. It's more tiring to try to play on the defensive to me, and it's not working pretty well for Afikun. Good shot, left jab, left hook from the Playboy, and hopefully that counts.
It wouldn't count if he doesn't get to the destination. A good defense there coming from Afikun. We got to praise his defense, which has really worked for him a lot, because if you look at the power of the punches that Playboy has thrown, if he didn't put up those kind of defense, I think that's a good job there, which actually caught Ijebu, and you could see the way he immediately raised up his guards, because he was definitely stung by that one.
Afikun cannot win the match trying to play on the defensive. He needs to come out too. Time ticking away in terms of going to the final round. So it's all boils down to what it holds in the final round. If he cannot pick up his point right now, not looking too good for him.
We'll have to see. This one looks like it will go the distance, but then boxing is a funny old sport, like I said earlier. You could see the knockout in the 6th round, the final round of the fight, even with seconds left as well. And we'll have to wait to see, but so far so good. Afikun has been the more defensive boxer, while that man on the screen there talking about Playboy Oladeji has done a great job. Nice one there, catching him with the left hook. A big left there, but it doesn't really count.
Good combination from the Playboy that time. Right and left hooks. And body shots to go with it.
My issue with those punches is that they are not hitting the mark. He's throwing them, but Afikun is actually guarding them off warding those punches off. He needs to find the right combination, the right accuracy, so that he can actually connect those punches. I seriously believe that if he lands a good clean one, he could take out Afikun.
Sixth and final round to go. National Super Welterweight Challenge right here at the Koya Thomas Hall of the Teslim Balogun Stadium, Lagos. Still Gold TV boxing night on May Day right here in Lagos. It's Afikun against the Playboy.
And if you're just joining us, both boxers are in white trunks, but the Playboy is the one who's got the yellow trimmings on the side of his white trunks, while Afikun is sporting the green trimmings, and it's got a green trunk underneath.
Amazing stuff right now. You see Afikun now, all of a sudden it's the one being offensive.
Absolutely.
I never saw that one coming.
Another massive left jab there. Oh, and another right jab there coming from Afikun.
Was he keeping this in the cooler right from the word go?
I think he's been told by his corner that you are trailing on the scorecard. You should go out there and go for it, go for broke.
He has 2 minutes to come out with something pretty good.
There is something that Playboy does. I'm not particularly a fan of it. It's like when you smother your opponent. He does that a lot. He knows he's got a bigger frame. He rests his body on his opponent, tries to use his body to wear out the opponent. And it's worked for him to.
What an uppercut that time from the Playboy. I hope he got all of that.
I think that Playboy is gradually running out of steam. You can see that.
Yeah. He's playing for time now.
Yeah.
He's playing for time.
I just hope that Afikun can really chase him.
And you were saying it that Afikun might be saving his best for the last.
And that's that smothering again, you can see. And
time not in his favor. He needs to make this opportunity count now. It seems Playboy has lost a little bit of his steam he started with from the first 5 rounds.
Absolutely, but then it does look like he's been able to find it back again. And that's a big connection there coming from Afikun, who connects another one again.
Wow, Playboy is in trouble. Nobody saw this one coming. Amazing stuff right here. What a fight back from Afikun. Can't believe what I'm watching right now.
This is end-to-end stuff, if you want to call it like that in boxing. I mean, I love the fact that both
Afikun
boxers
saved his best for the very last round, but Playboy is still holding out, playing for time. Time might be in his favor unless Afikun come out with a technical knockout in his final seconds to end this particular fight.
Playboy needs to watch it. We've got just a few seconds left in this one.
What a shot that time, right hand.
He needs to watch out and not go
combination
for broke.
and try to pin him to the ropes.
And that's that smothering I keep talking about. He puts his weight on his opponent, ensures that he tries to tire out his opponent.
Time ticking away. This one has been keenly contested.
Oh, big uppercut there coming from Playboy.
One body shot now to go with it. Good combination. Time ticking away for Afikun for me. Done and dusted. Playboy seems to be celebrating. Hopefully he can win this one on point.
I think that was an absolute cracker, an absolute explosive bout there. Both boxers giving their best. One more defensive minded, the other very, very aggressively on the attack. We can't say much. We'll have to wait for the judges to give us their verdict. But from this side, it does look like the Playboy might have edged this because of some early stages in the fight. And you can see some of the, highlights of those bouts. Afikun definitely took that last round there because he was the more aggressive and the one who scored a lot of the points. But we'll have to wait to find out what happened in the 5 rounds that came earlier. Did he do enough to hold on to it? I don't think so. I think at the end of the day, it might be a split or a unanimous decision in favor of the Playboy. But like we said, we are not the judges. We'll have to wait for that. And of course, our ring announcer, Gbenga, will be bringing that to us in a matter of time. That Playboy might have edged this, so but we'll still keep our, we'll keep our opinions to ourselves because it's the judge or the judges that would have to tell us how this one went up at the end of the day. 3 judges all there, and ring announcer Gbenga speaking with the match commissioner right there, talking about Rafiu Ladipo, who's going to be the one to collect all the results from the judges and pass them on to the ring announcer, who has them right now. Let's go to Gbenga.
Ladies and gentlemen, Judge calls it 58-56. Judge Segun Adesanya scores it 55-59. George Yesterday Alibi scores it 54-60. Winner by unanimous decision, Adewale Playboy Oladeji.
And so you have it there. We said it. Unanimous decision. A bit close with one of the judges, but the other two judges had Oladeji Playboy well ahead in this fight.
Totally impressed with Adewale, the Playboy. Good boxing management right there. Of course,